Come on, Fitzy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan and today I am with Mike.
Good morning everybody, it's the 8th of June already. It is 11:55 I think. We said we would go live at 12. We're going live 5 minutes earlier because we have to finish dead on 1 o'clock, because at 1:30 we have another live stream with a review of a project called NFTFi. After that, we'll be interviewing a very special person for a video that we're going to bring out next week covering the Kronos chain. So we have a very busy day. As Brogan said before we came on air, it's like a working day.
You said that. You said that. I did not say that. You said that. No, for the problem is, right, I cleared my browser got cleared, right, and all my logins are gone. And for the past 5 minutes, we've been trying to copy a link, and it's not been working. It's not been a great start.
It's not been a great start
but hopefully, now we've started the stream, hopefully everything will go well.
But we've got a lot to cover. First of all, we're going to ask who broke Bitcoin. Is it Mags? Is it Tariq? Is it Kabir? Is it the Oracle? Who broke it? Why did it break? We're going to look at XRP. We've then got the Oracle TA, where Brogan will go through, I think, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. The best part of the show. I don't know why I turn up. I don't know why I bother. He should just stream 8 days a week because he is greater than thou. We then are going to have a look at why you shouldn't listen to celebrities about anything. All they're good at is pretending to do something else. So why would you listen to them when they're talking about Biden and Trump? Why would you listen to them when they're talking about meme coins?
Yeah, why does the actors, their whole job is to pretend like they're not someone else, or they're to pretend to be someone else and they're not them.
Exactly.
Literally, their whole job is pretending.
Exactly. And if you received a notification before the show went live, we have just put our latest video live. Yesterday, we covered Mew, and there was breaking news on that meme coin. It's gone live on several exchanges around the world. I've given my price targets for it. That was yesterday. Time doesn't wait. Today, we've put Play Doge live, which is a new play-to-earn game, very much like Tamagotchi. The video is live. Brogan was unable to copy the link in the 17 minutes he had before the stream.
I'll tell you why.
It doesn't matter. We haven't got time.
It doesn't matter.
So we're going to go through that at the end of the show. But first, we're going to start with the markets. And Brogan is going to explain to us why we're not at $88,000 yet.
You moron. You silly boy. Because, I'll tell you why, because that's not supposed to happen yet. I will get into that. You've given it away.
Have I spoiled the surprise?
You've given the surprise away. But it's fine. We'll get into it. Obviously, hopefully that was a little teaser and we're like, oh my God, what's happening? We will show you in a minute. So
Don't panic is the message of the day.
It's what is it? Break a few eggs to make an omelette type of scenario right now.
Got to break some eggs to make an omelette.
So right. we'll get into it when we go to the Oracle tier time. But right now we're on CoinMarketCap. Cap. We are having a little look at the general market, see what the percentages are and the prices currently. So let me refresh to make sure. Ever since I've got PTSD from that one time when everything didn't refresh and all the prices were wrong. So Bitcoin is currently at 69,415, a fall from grace, if you will.
But where did it fall to, and what are we sitting at now?
Well, 69.
The previous all-time high was 69,420, and guess where we are today?
69,420, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will pride myself in saying that when I was doing my TA while I was at the top, I wasn't very bullish on the fact that we were going to break anything other than maybe wicking towards 72, 72.5.
Breaking the spirits of all the crypto
it was right because we formed a double top and we came down. You can also attribute it to the fact that everyone shorted, but you know, it is what it is. It just maybe goes to show that hedge funds do also use chart patterns.
They do.
That could be a possibility. Anyway, we're actually 0.01% up on the 1 hour. That's because we've just formed 1 hour. Anyway, I'm joking. 24 hour, 2.5% down. No risk price there. 7 day, 2.62% up. Yeah, I mean, we're majoritively going to see everything down a decent proportion within the 24 hours. Anyway, so Ethereum 3692. I've gone to the charts actually. I'm not sure exactly what I said. We could have. I think I said we might come down. And if we wicked to there, it would be 37, and that's 3692. I'll show you all that when we get to the charts. Solana 162. We're literally right back down to where we were, which was in the range. So it's basically we blinked and we've gone up and then came right back to where we were, which is sad. But anyway.
Last Tuesday, exactly. Yeah. Now I have got a little fable, a little story to tell you.
I always forget to change the sidebar for the market. Sorry, go on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So imagine that you're new to crypto. It's like getting onto a roller coaster and having no idea what the roller coaster is going to do. Whereas when you've been in crypto for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, you know what the roller coaster is going to do. You know it's the Big Dipper, you know it's going to go up and down, or you know it's the loop, it's going to go in a circle. You know all of these things. People who are new to crypto, don't understand what's about to happen and what has happened, and most importantly, why it has happened. Now, we've got some X-Files to explain why we did the flash crash. We've got some X-Files to explain why we came down to him. And of course, Brogan's TA is going to explain to you all of it in a couple of minutes. So it's all going to make sense to you. But
It's all makes sense.
you are new to crypto. It's like, as I say, it's like getting on a roller coaster and you have no idea what that roller coaster is going to do to you. And you just have to have complete blind faith that between now and the end of next year, you're going to safely traverse this roller coaster, get off the other end, your hair's going to be standing up like that, probably a little bit grey, and you're going to be a lot richer than you are today.
Yeah,
Just
as long
trust the process.
as you're actually doing a viable portfolio strategy, which we do have
exactly.
videos on the channel anyway.
Yes,
So
we
if
do.
you're someone who's a bit in the muddy waters and confused about their portfolio, please do go check the channel out.
Exactly.
If you know.
And in the description below,
yeah.
you will find all of the links to Telegram, to YouTube, to what else are we on? Twitter. All of the links are below. So you can come and follow us on all of our platforms. We do about 5 to 6 videos a week. We stream 8 times a week. So make sure to do that and become an OG member. OG member will cost you a couple of dollars a month and you can help support the channel. So back to Brogan.
Yes, I do want to say hello to everyone here because I am in the chat right now.
Who's in chat?
Mags is here. Good morning. Tariq, the GOAT, So Sky, and only you. You're all here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Hopefully, it's a good stream. I think it's going to be a good stream. I'm quite excited, actually. I'm just
think
excited to
so.
get to the charts, to be fair. Because obviously, I like seeing big moves. Obviously, that's where stuff gets interesting. And we start to see new prices. Anyway,
it's a lot better than it was last weekend when we were just talking about crabbing for
Yeah.
months, wasn't it? Right,
So-
what's the next files?
this is a video of a chicken running around.
We are the chicken, and we are chasing away all of those bad actors in crypto because we're here to keep you safe. And that's the best I could come up with.
Right, okay.
It's a chicken, an angry chicken,
'cause 10
chasing the owner.
10 minutes before you stream, I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to say about this chicken.
It's a funny one. It's a funny one. That's all it's for. There's no deep philosophical message behind it, other than the chicken could possibly want to eat the owner. But who knows? Right, what's next? You have to be
Got
quick.
Mr. Tate over here. What's he said? Right, okay. So, I told you it's time to crash Solana. Look what I could do. Top G is going to burn it all. Real that. I'm not saying that.
I know you like to say
Do you know what? That was close. I'm tired. That was close. Yeah.
I'll give you a funny story about that. I read that comment on Twitter because last night the collective Twitterati sent Andrew Tate 30. Do you know this? I don't think I've told you this. They sent him $32 million worth of meme coins, and he burnt them all. He burnt them all while sitting in a pool, smoking a cigar and laughing to himself. He burnt them all. And I laughed at it. I actually went to do the dishes. And when I came back, what would that have been? 20 minutes? The market had dropped $2,000. Now, there's coincidences in this world, and then there aren't. Now, I personally do blame Andrew Tate for the market crashing. I don't care what Brogan's got to say about his hoi polloi charts. Andrew Tate is responsible for this crash.
The market crash.
The market crash.
Right, okay.
What's next?
I'm it's stupid.
And don't forget, if you are in chat,
Moving
you
on.
keep saying things because that helps the algorithm. If you just sit there and watch us and absorb us, then we don't get as much algorithmic.
No, and then that means we can't help
Stuff.
more people. And wouldn't you go to sleep at night and think to yourself, I am responsible for the aiding of so many people in this crypto sphere. So if you do want to be a saint, you know, one of the messengers, one of the brilliant people of the stream, that obviously, you know, just comment, and it helps you as well because I love to see comments. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to see people's names and saying everyone to.
Unless
yeah,
it's
everyone, good
Tariq
morning.
asking where his Tesla is. It's on
Yeah, that's
order.
it, that's it,
It's on order, Tariq. We've ordered your Tesla.
Jobless here is hello, and Kabir is here. Good morning to you too.
Good morning,
Thank
Kabir.
you so much,
Kabir
brother.
is in America right now.
Is he?
It's 8 a.m.
Wow.
in
Nice and
America.
early.
He is dedicated. So what's next?
A big old sentiment thing. So here are crypto's top gaming assets by development. This list is compiled by counting any non-redundant GitHub activity. Multiverse X has just surged past Decentraland as the project seeing the most effort toward innovation and improvement.
Yeah. We do this quite a lot. We've got a lot of these on the channel. Sometimes we show you layer 1, sometimes we show you layer 2, sometimes we show you AI, whatever it might be. Today, this is the list of the most active gaming projects. And what was Decentraland number 2?
Yeah, I assume dev.act is the amount of like Git posts to
Yeah.
it. I get that as a measurement.
Yeah.
And probably the case is that some of them aren't doing as well as others, and that's why I'm getting posts. But at the same time, if a project is well under the way of, there's two things here. Either the project is quite far along ahead and it doesn't need that many Git posts, or the methodology of Git posts is that they do a big chunk of work and then post it, which would require less posts. So there's a bit of a reading between the lines here. But I assume the majority of it is because, you know, it's weekend work. But anyway,
Yes. So it's good things. It's nice to see people are working.
yeah, it is nice.
What's next then? We've got to be done by 1 o'clock because we're doing our review at 1:30.
Selma, okay, Selma Scientific just bought another $17 million in Bitcoin. The era of MicroStrategy 2.0 is here. This is unstoppable now. So we've got start to flow, cross asset model thingy going on along here.
So people are going to keep buying Bitcoin. And once they start buying Bitcoin, they're not going to stop buying Bitcoin. And then when enough of them buy enough Bitcoin, there you go. There's your $1 million Bitcoin. It's going to happen.
So
Not
where are we
today,
now?
not tomorrow.
Oh,
but it
that
will
was old.
happen.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Cool.
What was that?
There's just a video.
Okay. What's next?
The actual first teaser article, like you know, you get in the news, you got the coming in soon, whatnot.
The headline.
Yeah, the first article. We have Who Broke Bitcoin? Unfortunately, the title's a bit long, so it's kind of breaking the bottom bar. But Who Broke Bitcoin? Big Friday crypto sell-off pulls Bitcoin below 70K. Well, I think we've just found out what our answer was.
Andrew Tate is the reason that crypto
Right, okay.
is so trash right now.
Ideas about lower US interest rates were foiled again, and plunge in shares expected to favorite GameStop soured the mood in crypto.
650,000 people watched
That's crazy.
Crypto Kitty. That's unbelievable. Well, not Crypto Kitty. What was he called?
Roaring Kitty.
Roaring Kitty. That's him.
Yeah.
About GME. It paused 6 times during his live stream. They paused trading 6 times during his live stream.
Really?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyway, he'll be
He's moving the market.
He'll be behind bars soon.
Yeah, if you've got 600,000 people all trading, basically what you're saying because of the problem is it's then a snowball of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, it's like, oh yeah, there's so many people listening to him because of this, that, the other, and I'm like, someone's listening to him. Well, this might be a good opportunity to make money. I'm going to listen to it as well. And then all of a sudden you've got 620,000 people on your live stream talking, listening to you, whether to buy ourselves at GameStop,
All making you into a billionaire.
where it's then going to be removed entirely by the government in $100.
They're going to go after him. One other thing.
I would have already run off by now to some random country.
There was a flash crash on Berkshire Hathaway shares. Berkshire Hathaway shares. What are they? $800,000, $700,000 a share. They flash crashed to $500, and somebody managed to buy 2 of them or 3 of them, I think. And he tweeted out that he was trembling because he'd made $2 million in 10 minutes. And then it was announced yesterday that the New York Stock Exchange were not going to honour those trades, and they were going to refund him his $1,500. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, the house always wins.
Ridiculous.
All you need to know, the house always wins.
The market can glitch and you can get stopped out and no one will bat an eyelid. But as soon as you make a bit more money than you're supposed to, it's gone.
Exactly. So
And that's the problem with a regulated market like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know the regulation needs to be put in place, but you know, I mean, something like that couldn't really happen in Bitcoin unless it was a exchange problem. But if it's an exchange problem, it's a centralized exchange, they'll take your money off you anyway. So there's not really a way for that to go around. So it's unfortunate. But anyway,
Absolutely. Let's carry on. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
challenging an all-time high earlier Friday, Bitcoin has pulled back, giving up most of its weekly gains. The sell-off of the rest of the cryptocurrency market was far larger as speculative fever cooled. The spot Bitcoin ETFs are on the largest accumulation streak since launch, but it wasn't enough for sustained value in price. So it was so challenging 72k, and then this came out. It was stronger than expected, with 272,000 jobs added. So the job market situation in the US is improved. Obviously, this is a sign of a better economy.
Which we don't want.
No, in terms of interest rates. That's not going to be very good. But especially since though it was supposedly rumored to be something positive, like a cut. And obviously,
They keep getting delayed and delayed. And the longer they get delayed, the more money will sit on the sidelines away from risk-on assets like Bitcoin. So, and the other thing was, of course, we've seen the highest shorting of Bitcoin in its history by hedge funds, and it all culminated yesterday. And they were waiting for this news to come out, and they hijacked Bitcoin and they dumped it. So the shorts won yesterday, the longs were liquidated. Brogan's going to go through the charts now. That was such a lovely segue. Brogan's now going to go through through Bitcoin.
Jesse, good morning to you. And Kabir said, I love Flash Crashers, market manipulation and cheating is the game by the stock exchange and crypto exchanges. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You'll be arrested in America for saying that, Kabir. You've got to be careful. You've got to use
get
code words.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a code word, but I can't.
Right, are we going to move on to the Bitcoin chart?
I am going to move on to the Bitcoin chart.
Are you going to do that do?
Oh, yes. I did forgot to do that for the X-Files. Forgot we had them. All right, I didn't actually bring the chart up in time, so I'm just going to have to bring them now. But we are on to the trading segment on the stream, the best, arguably best.
Am I off camera
now?
now?
Off camera now. You
I'm
can
off
go
camera now.
You can go do whatever the hell you want. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart first, though, as we are doing that first. Have a look-see looks at what the chart was like, not too long ago, and see what I drew and how that's progressed. So you can see from this ye-old basic double top right here, a very consistent high point over here. Obviously, it's not as high as consistent. I mean, it did happen anyway. I'm not attributing the entire market crash to a double top. It was a convenient situation that hedge funds, everyone's still sold due to a double top forming. But regardless, you can see, this tops here and the printout, and this printout wasn't the same. Also, we rigged up here, so it's not like tightly, watertight, but it happened anyway, so it doesn't matter. Obviously, the bottom of it, where the neckline, or whatever you want to call it, that's normally where you fall from. That's normally where you fall through. And lo and behold, obviously, we fell through it. Pretty sharp anyway. Coming to the next support point down here. So no surprise there. Breaking this support point, coming down to the next one. We've had that before. But interestingly, and I thought this was going to happen a bit later on. Obviously, this was a huge sell-off, which only could have happened if you were watching the market quite closely. I suggested in my last streams, when I was talking about this quite consistently, my suggestions were that I didn't think we were going to really break too much more, and if we were going to go up to anywhere higher, I think it'd be wicking towards 72k, or 72, about 200 towards 72, 540. We came to about 72k, but we didn't print anything above. I didn't really expect that either. Obviously, we have crashed towards where we are now at 69,426. But in that whole midst of things, we formed a very, very nice order block on the floor. Obviously, as Mike alluded to in the intro, and spoiled the game of the hyper-successful potential of Bitcoin in the future. Obviously, that is this order block is just something of the past once we go on to the higher time frame. But regardless, we're on the 4 hour, a decent time frame nonetheless, so we do need to look at it. Midpoint being pretty much exactly on this resistance point I already had drawn, and we've already been using about 71,393. Obviously, different ranges, whatever. But needless to say, there is a resistance point. But my thing I was kind of hoping for was, or not hoping for, I was saying was, I think the breaker block and this big old order block, I think all of this together is going to be a huge resistance, and we're not going to get above it. And lo and behold, we didn't. And my thing I was saying was, I think we're going to crab and then come back to this bullish trend line, which we've had on the daily for a huge time now, as you can see, absolutely having this the entire time. And we actually came right to it. Obviously, we wicked below it. Obviously, on the daily, you'd see we basically came to it, or coming to it now. So what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin on the 4 hour, obviously we'll get on to what I'm thinking in the weekly. I think we have this range now, and I think towards Monday, we're going to start to ramp up a bit. Obviously, the start of the week is hopefully going to bring some positivity after a huge spout of negativity. Hopefully, bring us back up towards higher ranges. Again, though, we have to be careful. We don't fall below, especially trying to break 70k again from 69 is going to be hard as well. So I don't know how positive it's going to be, especially as soon as we get towards this range at about late Monday, when we have really tight price. This is going to either blow us up or blow us down. Obviously, I'm going to have to see what the market is in that scenario. However, we do have this bullish trend line, so that will hopefully hold us and bring us upwards. But if we break out of this, then that's really not going to be very good at all. If we break this bull trend line, that will bring a huge spout of negativity. So I guess we'll have to see at the time, see what the market condition is.
You got some questions about the chart.
Yep.
I think somebody said, "Are we going to go lower?"
And that's what I was pretty alluding to there. Is I think right now we're in a safe range. But I think as we get closer to holding, continuing, because this is a trend line on the daily, which we've bounced off like 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty tried and tested trend line. So I don't think we're going to ignore it completely coming into Tuesday, Wednesday. And my worry is going into about 10 o'clock towards midnight of Monday. Are we going to pump back upwards towards this high point, or are we going to come back down? Well, considering where we are right now, we're kind of in this whole range, this kind of area. We're kind of at the midpoint right now. But as we get higher, we stray away. I'm worried that we don't get back up this resistance point, which
we get
we have.
rejected at 70.
And we get rejected at 70 and break below number one, our trend line.
Yeah.
And number two, we come below. And once we come below, we could, again, as I was saying, once you have this like a resistance line and a trend line, and you get really tight, you normally have a really big movement. And I'm worried that if that big movement is on the downside, we might even break below 68,900 and come towards these low points at about 67.8 down here where we were for the entire time. So that's what I'm worried about, that we come down to here.
So Kabir has suggested anybody setting a buy order of $58,000 for Bitcoin next week. Are we going to see $58,000?
58,000? I don't think so.
I think Kabir's been having too many beef jerky sandwiches.
I mean, hey, you could put it there. I mean, like you could put it at you could definitely put it at 59. I'd say.
What I'm thinking is 71, 20% of 71 is 14 for argument's sake. That would take us to 57,000. That's a 20% correction. But we've just had our 20% correction when we went from 74 down to 59 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I can't see us having 2 consecutive 20% corrections. They normally happen every few months. I just can't see us coming. I can't see us breaking 60. Do you remember when we were at 60,000? I was saying I can't see us falling.
I don't think we'll break 60. We could wick lower down 60, but I don't think it'll be a wick of
it's 20%. I can't see it.
Yeah, a 4% wick. I don't see it.
I think we've got 66, 62, and 60.
66,657 was huge.
Yeah.
We've got this midline at 67.1, huge as well, which we've been using. We've got these massive order blocks and breaker blocks down here, which we were stuck, back in the start of May. We were looking at charts then.
Yeah.
We just got stuck every single time, everywhere.
So the thing is, when you get stuck at those points of resistance, they become huge.
Exactly,
levels of
that's what I'm saying.
support.
These order blocks down, look, we have about a bazillion order blocks down here,
Exactly.
which we kept on bouncing off here, there, and everywhere. When we're out of there now, which is lucky.
Yeah.
We don't really have that much issue right now. But if we come towards the 66 and under range, I reckon 62.75 is like the lowest I see it, because we've got so much over here.
I know,
Which is got it's like, I don't know, it's like it's like fast and hard as well. It's like really quick order blocks. It's not like a big old one which we break
exactly.
away.
And if you look at the volume area profiles, we have like 4 huge spikes on the right underneath where we are now.
Yeah.
And we've hit them. And that's why we've come to 69, because there's a huge volume area there.
I think 66.28, I don't think we're going any lower than that really in the current time. I don't really think we're going any lower.
Yeah.
I think if we break out, we go to the next point support, which is lowest 67.117.
Yeah.
Lowest. And that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm worried about us breaking down after this area. But I'm going to quickly move on to my little surprise, which I have.
Oh, this is the news.
Yeah, and then move on to Ethereum.
Breaking news. I don't know why I keep looking at the camera. I'm not on the camera. Yeah. Breaking news.
Yeah. So we have, I think it was on the weekly. We've got this going on. So actually, let me extend this trend line as well. Actually, I might have ruined that. Wait. I need to go back to the daily. I might have ruined my trend line.
This is like, your house is on fire, and somebody decides to set a candle, lights a candle with a match. That's what this is. We're all down, we're all depressed, we've all got puffy eyes from the tears that we've lost on the way down from 71,000. And now somebody comes in to light his candle.
Here we go. So, I'm just going to say the prediction before I get into it. 88.5.
$88,500
$88.5.
is the bull flag.
I'm going to let that sink in.
I don't think it's something you need to let them sink in. You need to wait for them to get up off the floor.
Let everyone let that aroma in the air.
Yeah.
The woo, and then I'll just open some else. Why do I say this? Well, we had this little range going on over here, this little pennant, if you will, and we're breaking out of it right now. Following this bull trend, if we follow the flag from there to here, whatever, and we extend over it, it brings us. I've actually. Well, let me extend that a bit. I've moved my bet. It is now 69,000. It's even higher than I said. 69,000. 89,000.
89,000.
89,000. Obviously, we had the little astronaut, which I'd never deleted because I still had faith.
Kabir thinks the bears are coming next week. That bear will have to fall out of the Bitcoin tree and hit every single branch on the way down to get to that honey at the bottom of 57,000. It's not going to happen. It's not that fat a bear.
So, coming towards the latter end of the year, it does take a while for this to happen because we are on the weekly.
Give us a month and a week, because that's the kind of thing we're going to clip.
Start of September.
The start of September.
Start of September-ish, we are going to see 89,000 Bitcoin.
So there you go. So somebody out there, clip this. End of when?
September. End of August.
End of August. So the end of the summer. There you go. There's the prediction.
Yep.
The Oracle has spoken. Have you not got any?
No. And you think about it, summer, it's hot, right? Bears full of hair.
Well, this is what I was saying. That bears need to hibernate in the summer.
Exactly.
It's so hot.
But bulls, hot places, angry.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta pump it.
Exactly. I want to see Mags getting chased around Portugal by some bulls. I've got a joke for Mags, by the way, later on. I can't say it now.
Fine. So that's the weekly. So weekly, there's 7 days in a week, and then there's a lot of 4 hours in the 7 days. So we can have negative movements here and there and everywhere. But as long as we, okay, my thing is for this. As long as we're continuing to print along this bull trend on the weekly, which is 7 days, which is a lot of time, so we can have these wicks down. That's what I'm trying to preface here. I think we're fine. So I'm still up for the fact that we could break below this area, but
you know what you sound like? You sound like one of those clairvoyants. Is there a Daniel, Danny, Dave? Is there a Dave in the room? Hey, hiya, Dave. Is Dave your mum, your dad, your uncle, your brother? Well, it's going to go up, but it might go down. Could go sideways for a little bit.
No.
It's going to end up somewhere.
It might have sounded like it could go up and go down.
You sound like a snake oil
I'm moving on to
salesman.
And if that doesn't go well, I am legally binded to not actually.
It's not financial advice.
Not financial advice, exactly. Anyway, so where have we come to? Well, we're in our range. This bear flag, pretty much a bear flag anyway, which supposedly should have brought us down. Lo and behold, that is just perfect, isn't it?
What?
Look at that. I don't know if you can see that with your eyes.
What? You mean my eyes and then turn 180 degrees with my head to see the screen?
Just watch the stream and wait for it.
Okay.
So, pole, bear flag, star here. Where does it bring us to? Exactly where we came to. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look how accurate it is. Anyway, so we had the this bear flag, which I was hoping we would hold a bit longer because we had a big old trend here.
Yeah.
But obviously, lo and behold, we didn't because we had this big old dump. So I'm going to delete all that. Anyway, so we came down, which does make sense. And where we come to, well, pretty much exactly of this order block, which is a beautiful order block, by the way. Obviously, printing out at 3,678 roughly. Obviously, really good here. Obviously, now kind of just hovering and hoping that we live.
So do we come right down to the middle of your order block again?
Oh yeah, this is a great order block.
Last time I saw an oracle as knowledgeable as you, I was watching 300, and they were blind, sitting on the top of a temple.
Well, I mean, my order blocks are great.
And you don't draw these order blocks before the stream; they're already on your.
They've been there. Yeah, they've been there for age. All right, let me go back to the 4 hours. Yeah, so I've had these order blocks for ages. But yeah, so we came to the middle of it, very good. So what we could do now, well, obviously, we've kind of, reversoed it. So hopefully, we shouldn't go down because we've got this order block. So what I can probably predict is obviously we had the movement over here, come down now. This is a really strong order block, holding this, unless we have the unfortunate scenario. Obviously, this is going to happen on Monday, so it's not going to happen right now. So I think we still have potential to move along and maybe up a bit. But if we have that break of the bullish trend line and we come below towards 68k or whatever, 68, whatever it is, what I said, then we could possibly fall below, coming to the point probably about 35.83. But again, with the ETF and whatnot, this was an offset more so than the price action, so it might not be as bearish as I expect. But obviously, I would want to say, look, we've got Bart Simpson here. Look at this, boom, and we come back down to 3,161. But at the same time, it was, like I said, an offset. It wasn't a price action based movement. It was based on news. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So what I think is going to happen, let me Control-Z everything, is we kind of hover, probably, hopefully bouncing and starting to form some higher highs and trying to get back up to where we were. We're bouncing probably off this, what was once a bullish trend line, which we held so perfectly, is now going to be, obviously, when you reverse it, probably a decent bearish trend line. But, like I said, if we do form, break out of everything for Bitcoin, we probably will fall below this order block, coming towards probably an area within 3,500 down here, whatever this range is, for Ethereum, which will be very unfortunate. But again, that's if that Bitcoin happens. But as I see it, we probably have some sort of a continuation of a positive movement. But if we do have if we do form another kind of higher low scenario, might even dangerously form some sort of bear flag and might bring us below. So we don't want to do that either. So I think we might want to crab for a bit.
I smell like a bear today. Oof.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I think what needs to happen to make sure we're safe is we need to crab a bit and then maybe start to come upwards. Because then we could have an inverse Bart Simpson, number one.
Yeah.
But if we immediately start to have a bullish trend line again and immediately start to come upwards, we'll probably form a bear flag and then come below this order block and then everything will be over. And then
Can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Because you never show it on your charts. Can you show the bull market support band for Ethereum? Have we come down to the bull market support band? Because I think it's at 3,200 and something. Because the reason I like this is it's an insurance policy.
It is at 3,176.
3,200, right. So we recently tested the bull market support band.
Yeah.
How many weeks ago? Like 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
15th of May-ish.
Yeah, so what's that? 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Pretty much right, okay? You don't tend to hit it and then hit it again and then go up. You tend to hit it again and go down. Then we are in really bearish times. So this is why I don't think we're going to go any lower. The same with Bitcoin. You touch the bull market support band, it propels you up. Yes, there's corrections, but as Kabir was saying, about a 20% correction next week on top of what we've just had, we're going to be seeing two massive corrections in the space of 2 months, and that doesn't normally happen in a bull run. That's why I don't think we're going to see it this week.
Yeah.
But again, I could be wrong. I said Ethereum wouldn't go over $3,000, and now I have to find an edible hat. Right, what's Solana got to say for itself?
Let me go to it. Well, I don't. That's the wrong one. I don't really think I'm going to be saying too much because I genuinely think it's really back to where it was, like in terms of its price. Like I recognise that price pretty well. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, look, we're pretty much exactly where we were. Actually, a slight bit below this line which we had, which was a very nice line. I will add. So what happened? Well, we had the trend line obviously bouncing off this lower point. Probably a bit of a surge just to get some kind of buys and then come upwards, which was nice, which I kind of expected anyways. Came upwards and then formed a bit of a sort of resistance point over here, which we were bouncing off, and then we came down. Let me delete some of this because it's kind of messy. There we go. We actually followed the lines really well.
We have. I know. I was thinking that.
So let me delete some of this. Okay, so these are good. This
Anyone would think you know what you're talking about.
I hope so.
That's the thing,
I
isn't
really
it?
would hope so. Interesting. I actually didn't realize this. This is really good. So I drew this ages ago. We had this line here. I'm starting to incorporate this more into my charts, where you have a high wick point like this, and what can happen a lot of the time is you slightly print above it and then you reverse. And lo and behold, what we did that exactly pretty much. We had this line here, printed above it, and then reversed, and then came down. Obviously, a lot harder than expected. Again, the market didn't help either with that. We also had this as a point, so that could be a decent resistance point as well. This is good, but I don't want to have too much on my screen because it's going to get really messy. So I'm starting to delete some of these lines.
Okay, so what you're saying is, end of TA is that everything has come down. We're not likely to go lower. We might crab for a bit, and then next week we should start to recover.
I'd hope so.
Perfect.
What I'm going to do though is just draw a line real quick about here.
Because we've got a couple of questions. I'm going to.
So about 160 and a half, about $160.
Yeah.
We print below this area. I think we'll start to come back upwards again. Obviously, hopefully forming a bit of a high. But again, it is basically the same scenario as Ethereum, and as with everything else, if we start to form like a bear flag, then we might start to fall below. So we need to crab a bit before we start to come back upwards.
Okay.
So I'm hoping, let me get the pen out really just quickly before I end this. This kind of, let me draw the proper on. This kind of area is where I roughly expect to be between about 164, about 165 and 161. That kind of range I expect to kind of hopefully, and what I expected to grab. This line roughly being the midpoint. Obviously, if you're into premium discount and you really use that, then this is roughly looking like our midpoint. Obviously, maybe a bit higher up here. But I think this range, all I hope for is we stay in this range a bit and then start to come upwards. I haven't really looked at market stuff too much today, but we are pretty much really oversold as per pretty much everything. VO's been coming up for a while. Money flow's also coming upwards. So I do expect us to come up from this really big wick down and probably therefore start to form some crab area and then hopefully come. I mean, if we crab for long enough in this area, we'll have some sort of Bart Simpson scenario, come right back up to where we were. So that could be positive as well. If we do that, that would be very nice. So yeah, that's kind of it for the charts.
Right, so very quickly then we've got some messages. Remember, if you are watching us, smash the like button and say hello in chat. It's going to help everybody. The questions are, Tariq asked some questions ages ago, which we have missed. He said, is it a good time to buy? And I think he put Woo, Dupe, and another one.
Okay.
So anything under $1.50 for Dupe, for me, is a good price. Woo looks like a good bet. So basically, Woo is another Ethereum-based DEX.
Right.
Ethereum rips up with the ETF. Woo's going to go with it. Michael Vanderpop, the guy that sold all of his Bitcoin, has bought Arbitrum, Optimism, Woo, Matic, and something else. Oh, I think it was Dogecoin or something. So yeah, Woo, I think now is a good time to buy any of those coins. What else did you say? What were the coins? XVS. Yeah, I mean, the lower the coin, so the lower the price of the coin you can get it at now, because the lower the market cap, it is going to rip exponentially more than Ethereum rips. If Ethereum, it's unlikely, but if Ethereum 2x's in the next few months, then you will see XVS and Woo move up by multiples of that. So that's how I would play those markets. Good morning, Peter. Oh, should I say good evening to you, Peter. I hope you are well. So now is a good time to be getting into the market. I think you should be looking at these pullbacks as another way to DCA in. Pick up some coins that maybe a few weeks ago you thought you couldn't afford. Now you can. There you go. If I said to you at $200, you could buy a $160 Solana, would you take it? Yes, you would. So what are you waiting for? If you were at $74,000 Bitcoin and you wished we were at 69, there you go. We're there. You're always going to have these pullbacks. You're always going to have the leverage removed from the market, up and down. And that's just the way it works. So this was needed. It's healthy. It's a small correction, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. Now, are we going to move on to the next article? Because we're going to run out of time.
Yes, we are. I don't have time to change the thing. So,
we're going to have another live stream after this show at 1:30. We're going to go through NFTFi. So it's a review of that project. That's at 1:30. So we've got to keep this show on time. Keep it moving. So what's the next article?
Every time I change back to the big screen, your camera's moved. I don't know how it happens. It just happens. It's like a phantom. Anyway, are we looking at candlestick patterns now?
Hey?
We're looking at candlestick patterns.
I don't know what's the
Inverted
article.
hammer appears on the XRP chart. I don't do chart.
We're not looking at the chart. We're looking at the article.
Inverted hammer appears on. Sorry, I felt a bit ill then. On the XRP price chart, crypto analyst picks first target of 75%.
He's so precious about his order blocks.
Crypto analyst Egrag Crypto has revealed a bullish pattern that recently formed on the XRP price chart. The analyst also revealed how high the crypto token could rise once it makes this move to the upside.
Go on, what are the price targets? Let's cut to the chase. I think the price targets for XRP, before you read them out, 74 cents, 96 cents, and $1.24. They're my three targets. What does it say in this article?
75 cents. Oh,
yeah.
We just said that anyway. XP breakout above that price level was sent to $1.50.
124. You just picked a random number there.
And the crypto token could enjoy a further uptrend towards the $7.5 range. $7.50.
$7.50. Absolute horse manure. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to them. They're filling your head full of dreams. Peter is not happy with crypto because these people keep giving random price targets for coins that are just not going to happen yet. At the end of the bull run, my prediction for XRP is $5 to $7. I think I made the video. I don't even know when I made the video last year. $5 to $7 for XRP. It's not going to $60 or $650 or whatever people are telling you. It's just horse manure. Next.
I'm going to look at the chart real quick.
We don't need to look at the chart. We don't have time.
I want to see what was viable.
It's like being kidnapped and forced to watch Home and Away, or what's that other one called? Neighbours. We don't need the chart up. We haven't got time.
If we print above 75, we're going to dump. Anyway.
Next. Let's keep the show on the road. We don't have time. We've only got like 25 minutes.
I know. It was a passive thing while you were talking. I don't know how long you talked for.
I don't want to talk that much because we haven't got time.
Norwegian government says it's recovered a large amount of this altcoin. According to the official statements, Norwegian government managed to recover a significant part of the stolen amount of this altcoin. Is it going to say the altcoin?
Yes, I know what the altcoin is. Ronin was recovered by the Norwegians. If I was going to, I'm not actually, you've got to be careful what you say nowadays on stream, don't you? If I was to procure in a non-legal way a large amount of currency, I would not be looking to go to one of the most civilized European countries where you are likely to be tracked down within minutes. You would want to go somewhere.
Don't say your names.
I'm going to say a name.
Why?
Zimbabwe.
That's fine.
I'd go to Zimbabwe, where the infrastructure is failing. I'd go there and you
From Zimbabwe, that is not a reflection on my opinions on any other country in the world. That is his opinion and not mine, solely his opinion.
I'm just pointing out the fact that the policing in Norway is far superior to the policing in Zimbabwe. So what I'm saying is, like, it would be the same if you were in Australia or Canada or the UK or America. If you did procure, by whatever means, a large amount of this, you would go somewhere where they're not likely to have the resources to track you down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. Right. Well, who stole it, or who took it, and how did they get it back? Because this Ronin hack wasn't that long ago, I don't think. Was it last year?
March 22nd, March 2022.
Yeah.
Linked to North Korea's Lazarus Group. They are pretty infamous.
How did it end up in Norway if it's connected to the Lazarus Group?
I ran off or something, I don't know. Maybe it got turboed and sold or something. I don't know. Oh, there's 100 million. Oh, no, how many million is it again? I don't care. It's also expected. So they also are expected of the $100 million Harmony Bridge attack in January 2023. Sky Mavis was able to provide a specific timeline for the return of frozen assets in the stage. Is Sky Mavis like some company or something?
I don't know.
Her gratitude, is it a singular person with $40 million in Ronin?
Say that again.
Oh, no. Wait, huh? Hold on. A Ronin Ethereum sidechain was developed to support the popular later in-game action developed by Sky. Developed by Sky Mavis, right? Okay, right, that makes sense. Because Cyrus expressed her, I thought it was an individual. It's an individual. I was like, how did you procure this? Because she created it, right? Makes sense. As she was hacked and got the coins. Okay, that makes sense.
And then they ended up in Norway, and now they've tracked them down, arrested them, and confiscated the Ronin. Perfect.
I mean, if you're a North Korean and you're running away to Norway,
you don't go to Norway.
You don't go to Norway.
You don't go to Norway. Really.
You stay within a means.
Exactly. You become person non grata. You disappear into the winds. Right, what's next?
Celeb tokens, I think this will be a pretty quick one.
This isn't going to be the quick one, no. This isn't going to be quick.
Ethereum government some downfall of celeb tokens, finance redefined.
Can you read it out loud so everybody can hear you?
Ethereum governance and the downfall of celeb tokens, finance redefined. The rise and fall of celebrity meme tokens. How these celebrity-backed tokens have dumped in the current bull market.
Absolutely.
In other news, most celebrity tokens have fallen over 6% since launch, except from Iggy Azalea's Mother token. Wow, that was a mouthful. And Arthur Hayes unstaked $9.41 million worth of Pendle tokens, raising community concerns about potential price dump.
Yes. So this week, you didn't know. I don't think you probably watched it. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulkamania. When I was a kid, he was the man. They even wrote songs about him. He announced a token, or he was connected to a token. He even tweeted about the token, and the token went live. He deleted all of his tweets. There was a flash crash. 99% of the value was lost, and he said it had nothing to do with him, even though he tweeted about it. Iggy Azalea, yeah, unbelievable. Iggy Azalea has had a 1-hour interview. This is unbelievable, by the way. A 1-hour interview about the state of Ethereum and gas fees and all these other things. So she's fairly knowledgeable, and I'll stick up for her, right? In 1 hour on this interview, she made one mistake. And that one mistake was she believed that Vitalik Buterin was pocketing the gas fees on Ethereum. And clearly he isn't, because it's burnt. That's why it's deflationary. The Ethereum is burnt. Some of it is paid out. The validators get their chunk, but we've become deflationary because the gas fees are burnt. So you can't nail her to a cross because she makes one mistake when she's talking about crypto for 1 hour. So if we sat
We
here,
talk about crypto.
exactly, we talk about crypto for an hour, we're bound to come up with 1 or 2 mistakes in a show.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes. I mean, even I always say, obviously, I know doing TA and talking like that is, it might not be comparable because obviously TA is something you're basically trying to predict something.
Yeah, but you've got to get out now.
Right.
Because Rich Dad Poor Dad, Kawasaki, whatever he's called, Kawasaki, he said, well, I'm not lying to you. I'm not telling you mistruths because it's in the future. And how can I lie about something that hasn't happened yet? That's the get out now for all crypto streamers. Yeah, so you're not lying because how can you know what's going to happen in the future?
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like saying, okay, based on statistical analysis, predict every winning horse race. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you can predict based on as much as you can, but you can never get it right 100% of the time. And and I always say, if anyone claims they can predict something 100% of the time, then they're wrong.
Exactly.
And sometimes I'll just go on charts and I'll see that I'll draw TA and it just won't happen. I was like, okay, fine.
Exactly.
I mean, XRP, for example, I just saw it was in a range. I expected it to go up from the range, but then we dumped in the market. And there's just unforeseen things like that which happen, and you just can't predict it. So, if you're doing TA and you feel like, and sometimes you might get something wrong, and you feel really bad at yourself, just think every single person gets something wrong. Don't feel bad for yourself if you get something wrong. Everyone feels wrong.
So Iggy Azalea, she did a great job in this interview. I watched about 5 minutes of it. She did a great job.
Yeah.
But she's a celebrity. I've said this before. We've agreed on this. You wouldn't buy shampoo from Vin Diesel, would you?
No.
No. You wouldn't buy, I'm going to be very careful what I say now.
Okay.
You wouldn't buy weight loss tablets from certain oversized people like Lizzo, would you? No, you wouldn't.
No.
No names. Not naming people, right?
Names.
A celebrity, because they're famous, doesn't make them more intelligent than you. In fact, they're so good at pretending to be something that they're not, that they can convince you of anything. Whether it be Robert De Niro mouthing off in New York last week, whether it be that guy who played Aquaman, what's he called? Jason Momoa, selling you ice creams, new ice creams, whether it be Iggy Azalea selling you a meme coin, they are shillers on an international scale.
Legal
you
shillers.
think that some of these crypto people are bad actors because they come on here and say, go and buy dog with tinfoil hat, and then you all run out and buy it and it dumps and you lose $10. And then you blame the shiller. Well, they're terrible. But these people do it on an international scale. Iggy Azalea is going to end up in trouble about what she's doing with this coin. Hulk Hogan, the same. Why? Because if you go back 2 years, Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal, Kim Kardashian, who else was there? There was another one.
Wait for what?
They promoted. Eth Max was promoted by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Baby Doge. They're all just trying to separate you from your money.
Exactly.
That's all they are.
Yeah, I feel like the whole Hogan thing, it feels like you're telling your grandpa like you can make a real lot of money with this big old strategy. I feel like he has no idea what's going on.
Nope.
He was just told to tweet something and he's made a bunch of money. But I actually feel like he has no idea. I actually don't think he knows the gratitude or the gravitas.
Okay. Gravitas, good
of
word.
What's going on?
Good word. However, my argument to that would be, just because you're ignorant doesn't mean you should be let off.
Not at all. Not at all.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But I just feel like it's funny because I just feel like he's like, oh, I made this tweet. Yeah, you're right. Well, obviously he doesn't sound like that, but
he does sound like that actually.
Well, there you go. And he tweets it, and he's like, oh, here we go.
Exactly.
Oh, look at all his money. He's like, I don't think he has a clue what happened.
Yeah. Celebrities for me are just they use their stage, their privileged stage, to announce whatever they are paid the most to announce. That's it. And you can say that the same thing whether it's about a political item or a physical good they're trying to sell. They're just in it to make as much money as possible.
There are comments. I've just moved on. I've put it on the Blumeneck one, but there are comments.
What are the comments?
I'm going to read. Peter, hello Mike. Obviously, I think you said hello to Peter. So, hello to Peter. Kabir said though, Peter, did you enjoy the flash crash yesterday? And Peter said, F the flash crap. We are holding coins too early and they won't fly until next year. And then if I'm talking about Wing, you had a Wing.
He's asked about Wing a few times and I forgot to look at it. I have written it down. I've got a list of coins that people have asked for. Mantle was another one that you asked for. And somebody in chat called Dead asked us to look at Blum, which we are going to look at on this show today. Blum is the Telegram, the next Telegram clicker game. So what's next? Any other comments?
Blums. Oh, no, yeah. Peter said, I have to send you the way to block low-paying ad networks.
Yes.
I have list to block and get high CPC. Let me know if you want it.
Yeah, basically this month, since the start of this month, our revenue from advertising on our streaming channels has dropped by 80%.
Oh.
And it could be down to the adverts. It's not down to anything. I've checked with the channel, and it's not. We're not shadow banned or blocked or anything like that. But where we were making X per day, we're now making X divided by 4. That doesn't help at all.
Nope.
In getting where we are.
So the last article of today, we have Blum in it. We have Blum's Telegram mini app is out. Blum's Telegram is the same word. Blum hybrid exchange for young and brave ones. Access tokens from both centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, plus simplified derivatives trading will be available as mobile and Telegram mini app. But Telegram mini app is sooner. Trade, connect, grow, and farm Bloom points. Is it Blum or Bloom? Blum.
Well,
right?
you see, now you've got. I like horror films. So does your mum.
You've got Blumhouse thing.
Blumhouse. So I'm going to call it Blum.
Blum, yeah.
As in Bloomin' Eck,
Yeah.
which is a northern expression when
Blum
we don't swear.
points. The project will kick off with the introduction of Blum points farming. Click the farm button sometime. Click the farm button sometimes. Invite friends, do tasks, and then points. Whatever. To begin farm. Okay.
So you should have 2 links.
Yeah. I just want to see if there's anything else on there, which is interesting.
Which one was that? Was that the?
That was the notifier for the Telegram app. This is
Right,
the main
okay.
homepage. Very nice website. Very nice. Very simple.
It's a nice product. It's a nice product.
Yeah, very nice. Black and white.
I'm just not a fan. Okay, Telegram is a wonderful tool for certain things. Obviously, for having a community on there, for making announcements, all that kind of stuff is all great, well and good. And of course, BonkBot, which we've introduced a few of our viewers to. One of your friends uses BonkBot.
This is stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, BonkBot is a good way to use Telegram, as is the community. Where I see the huge problem at the minute is the hysteria about these click products, these click games, and Notcoin. I looked at Notcoin, it's trash. There's another one that's come out, that's also trash. And this one is also trash. Anything where you mindlessly click a button is like going back to the internet in 1997, where you could just keep clicking a button and it would give you a fictitious score, which would then put you on a leaderboard because those tools were available. It's all trash. All of it is trash. There is no revenue model. It is inviting more and more people to play a game, to pay out more and more tokens that has no inherent value and no value whatsoever. If you want to have a mass game with mass appeal that generates revenue and can hold value, you need to look at the Fortnite model.
Yeah.
Clear and simple. Season passes to hold value with what are they called? V-Bucks?
V-Bucks, yeah.
V-Bucks. That's how you got to do it. And you want people to play the game to maybe earn enough points to buy the V-Bucks to then buy the season pass. That's how it should work. Not, I'm just going to sit here randomly clicking this button for 2 hours to generate 22,000 Notcoin, which is worth $2. It's a waste of time. I'm never going to find an appeal in them. The tokenomics don't stack up, and Notcoin is going to end up being next year's chip paper. That's all it's going to be. It's got no value. Toncoin, yes. Telegram, yes. Notcoin, no. This garbage, no. But everything else they do, perfectly fine. This is just their way to get more people to use their product, but it's not the core of what they do. And I think it's trash. I don't know what you think. What do you think of
Blum.
the Blum click?
Yeah, stupid. Pretty stupid.
But
What I think is stupider though is the fact that it says you can trade any token, but it's a scrolling thing. Very cool, awesome. But when you can't see the token part of it, look, look, it says any, and then you scroll, and it says T, and then you can't see it. I think that's more annoying anyway. I think the website looks really nice. I like the muted colours. I think the muted colours look very nice. I think the app looks pretty cool. I like the UI design. Very simple. Obviously, a very common kind of methodology of making an application. Obviously, making something which looks like this. Very simple. I like this sort of design order when you have like black and white and then an off color, and that's it. You have obviously in this case it's black and white, accent color.
I think
black and white, and it's a green, like a limey green. Obviously, I think it's lime green. It could just be a random color they've chosen. But it's black and white and then a color.
Lovely.
Very nice, very simple, very beautiful. Yeah, stupid.
Oh,
cool app.
There is a caveat to that. If you get into these things really early, like if you get into them on like day 2 or day 3, and you can get the coin out and sell it as soon as you can do it. So, and I use the analogy, and I know you're going to laugh. I use the analogy of Warcraft, right? The start of a game, of an expansion, everything costs 10, 20 times what it should cost.
Yep.
You sell everything for a month. In these games, WAGMI, which we're not going to bring up because it's close to Brogan's heart.
I haven't checked the chart.
Check the chart while we're
in
talking.
The outro, I'll do it. I should do it now.
Check it now, right? So WAGMI is a game that pays you tokens for playing the game.
Does it?
Just go with it.
I'll pretend.
It does.
It actually doesn't.
Yes. Well, okay.
Or they don't mean anything, but yeah, go on.
Okay. Big games then. We'll pick big because big does pay you tokens. Okay. Nyan Heroes also pays you tokens. Would you like me to use those examples instead? Okay. Games that pay you tokens, they are emissions, they are inflation on the coins, which means that over time the coins will be worth less. So if you get those coins on day 1, day 10 and day 20, sell them. Sell them to Solana, sell them to BNB, sell them to US dollars, do what you can, because at the very beginning, you will start to see stories. Gala is a perfect example. 4 years ago, there's a game on there. I can't remember what it was called. It was like Farmville. And there were people making thousands of dollars a week because they got into the game early, they set everything up, and they farmed the game and sold everything. And they made $10,000, $20,000 out of the game. If you get into the right games really early on and you farm it for a week or two, Steppen was the same, which was the walking app. It was based on Solana. People were earning $100 by going for a walk.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, how on earth does that work? Where's the money coming from to generate the revenue from that walk? So, and of course, now you don't get anywhere now. You get 20, 30 cents going for a walk. But the point of the matter is, if you get in early, such as Blum or Notcoin, fair play to you. But the second you get a chance to sell that token, you sell all of it. It's just like farming tokens on projects that you don't like. The day you get them, you sell them. I sold all of my Notcoin on day 1 for 1.2 cents. Do I care it went to 2 cents? Not at all, because it's a rubbish coin. It's a rubbish project. I don't like it. Total trash. That's my opinion on it. How is WAGMI doing?
It's nothing. Look, I'll just zoom out. You can see.
So this is a gaming project that we reviewed over a year ago now, and the game has people behind it who are shillers, who are social media people, who aren't in crypto. They don't know what they're doing. They've made a game. We panned the game twice, once as a review, once as TA. They came after us. They said, you shouldn't be talking about our coin like that.
I still remember the day I recorded that video.
Yeah.
It was so good.
That's the most hate we've ever had on being honest.
I loved it so much. It was brilliant.
And had you bought the coin...
You mean a moron?
Had you bought the coin when we said don't buy the coin, you'd have lost, what, 80%
Yeah, look.
of revenue?
I caught the top. It was best. I even have a line where I drew. We did an update. I had a line. I did TA here. I said, if you buy this, you're a moron. I did some in-depth stuff, right? I looked every time they did a sort of pump or anything. It was the only time they had an actual decent pump was because someone joined their team on Medium. The people joined their team. It was an inflation of the price, which was not warranted. There was no economics to this. There's no reason to have this token. You get given it. There's no marketplace. There's nothing to do with the token. Maybe now there is, but there was nothing ever in the time frame.
Yeah.
And I drew this orange line. I was like, it's going to come down to here.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to lose. Be careful.
When you have a game, if you don't look at the tokenomics properly, the game is going to go to zero. And whenever I review coins, I look for certain things. Now, Play Doge, believe it or not, Play Doge I reviewed a few days ago. We'll put the video live today. Please go and watch the Play Doge video. It's on our YouTube channel. Go and watch it. Go and have a look at it. Now, guess what? It has a staking mechanism. And that is what I talk about for Nyan Heroes as well in the videos we've made about Nyan Heroes. We've also made videos about other NFT projects, gaming projects, where you use the tokens to upgrade your items within the game.
Yep.
So it gives you a reason to hold the token. These games that we pan give you no reason to hold the token, and that is the distinction. Fortnite holds its value because of the inherent value in playing the game, earning rewards, and maybe saving up enough to get the next season for free. So it holds its value that way. We've reviewed, I think, was it R-Racer or C-Racer?
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
That was a good game. Again, there's a staking mechanism. It sucks the liquidity out of the market, it reduces the supply, and it stops the price from being suppressed. Play Doge, which Brogan's going to bring up on the screen in a second, is a game I've reviewed. The video is out today. There is a link to take you to the website to go and check it out yourself. If you're as old as I am, you'll remember Tamagotchi. You'll remember how it works. It's an 8-bit game. It's going to be launched on, I think, both mobile phones. So it's going to be on Android. It's going to be on Apple.
Sorry, I'm
still
just
on WAGMI.
Yeah, I'm just looking at. Because this was back when I did TA pretty badly, and I had like 14 million lines. I just want to bring the website up for it, right?
We've moved on.
Yeah.
From WAGMI. Have we brought it up? Yeah.
My question was, you must bring in reference.
Yes,
I've been listening. Don't worry.
The website.
Right, good.
The website. Because if you bring up the video, it'll start to play the 8-bit music. Anyway, exactly. Now, I played Paperboy. We played Gauntlet. We played all of these
Gauntlet was sick.
OG
So
games. Now, I did have. I'm going to be honest. In the video, I said I had a Tamagotchi. I didn't. That was a barefaced lie.
It's a liar.
Because
Can't believe it.
where I grew up was quite a poor area. So we had what are called knockoffs in the north of England, which are copies. So although I didn't have a Tamagotchi, I had the little dinosaur ones because I would have been about, I don't know, 14.
What's it called?
They were knockoffs. So they'd have been called Shamagotchis or something. I don't know. Copygotchis. I don't know what they were, but they were Tamagotchis. And they were all the rage. You had little handhelds. You had them on little key rings and stuff like that. And it was a little bit like, I've explained it. As you remember Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
It was 300 million people played it for 6 months and then nobody ever played it again. Okay. I kind of described the Tamagotchi phase. It lasted a lot longer than that. So anyway, there's a game out, Play Doge. Go and have a look at it. It's our project. I'm going to call it Project of the Week. And if you're on our Telegram group, I will give you some links and explain why it's our Project of the Week. But the best thing you can do, because we're not telling you to go and buy the token, we'd never do that. The best thing you can do to help us out is go and have a look at the game. Go and watch the video, have a look at the game. By watching our videos, we generate revenue to keep the channel going. And we are trying to stay neutral, as I keep saying. We try to be like Switzerland or Ireland. But we're probably going to have to get a channel sponsor at some point in the future. So we can get more equipment. We need better cameras. You know, I mean, Brogan doesn't need a camera. He is handsome personified.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, I need every filter under the sun. I mean, I really need a lot of work.
Yeah, we have to really go into it full stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Do you know,
scaffolding.
I love this website. I think this is one of my favorite websites on any project.
Really?
I love it. It's great. It's such a good design. Like most ones, like obviously like the Blum type, like this is like these sorts of design. I'm always gonna love these. You know, simple colors and an accent color, very strong, very nice, very a modern design.
Yeah.
But the fact I just like this, it's very colorful. I like these simple, like I don't know what Windows year it was, but these types of
old
school.
like me.
I really like this.
What
this
was that game
theme.
we played at the weekend? Not the weekend, last week. With the little characters, we were running around killing all the
Vampire Survivors.
Who?
Vampire Survivors.
Vampire Survivors.
That's pretty cool.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
Real kind of like OG games, real
That's
OG graphics. go and check it out and see. I mean, I don't think you can download the game yet. And I don't think it costs anything to download the game.
No.
But it came across because it's pre-sale. And I'm trying to find pre-sales that don't cost you anything. Even though the last one we found, what was the last one called? Dog with Riz. That was just a disaster. Luckily, it was an airdrop, so nobody lost anything. But if we find pre-sales or good pre-sales, SWGT we covered as well on the channel. So we do them from time to time. Not necessarily every week or every month, but if we do find a good one, we will of course let you know about it. And I like that one because I like the graphics.
I wonder if there's any secrets on this website. I have a feeling that this would be the
There's like an Easter egg somewhere.
I'm wondering if there's an Easter egg.
I think so. Anyway, I'll drop the link in our Telegram group. The link is under our video on YouTube as well. So make sure to go and check out our YouTube channel. Is it at 1 o'clock yet?
Yeah, it's actually 1:01.
Right. We are live in 30 minutes on YouTube with a review of NFT-Fi. It is a sponsored review. That is all I'm going to tell you. But that doesn't mean we can't say what we think.
Your camera moves more and more. Can you shimmy it again? Yeah, a bit more.
Like that.
A bit back.
It's scared of me.
There you go.
That's what the problem is.
Because we started the stream and it moved that way, and I moved the camera. I
You know why it moves?
Why?
Because when you do your TA, stuff just floats like that. It's like being in a room with ET. Everything just floats. That's why. Right, we've got to go. Just do the shortest outro ever. I'm back on Monday. Brogan is back on Monday evening or afternoon with his TA show.
Back in 30 minutes.
We're back in 30 minutes. We have to go now. So do the outro. Let's go, and we will put the countdown for the next show up in 15 minutes on YouTube.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for joining, all of you on the internet, on the stream and whatnot. We have had a really good stream today. It's been very fun and I've really enjoyed it.
You know what? He sounds like he's been kidnapped. I am of perfect sound, fine body and mind.
Really fun. Thank you all so much. Be back in 30 minutes and we will be back in 30 minutes. Goodbye.